be nice. I hope they at least give me an opportunity to audition for that. And I'd like to show them that I'd be pretty badass at it.
And that reminds me, we always used to do like, when someone stare, you look forward, and then that person looked, and we go. Me and my brother did that all the time. We just annoy people.
Off camera.
You know,
if the camera's looking just at them, you're not going to see you over here. You're like,
you're going to fail. You're going to
Or sometimes someone would have a tight shot, then have a one shot, and suddenly you see Jason Frank's finger start going right towards that.
Yes, he told you. Screen time.
I got a great story about working with him on Forever Red. Do you remember having a hard time saying the Sea of Tranquility?
Oh, yeah, dude. Sea of Tranquility.
We were all sitting around this table, I guess, and you were giving us a debrief.
I didn't really know anyone, too. You have to understand that. I wasn't like, you know what I mean? Coming on Forever Red, I didn't know there were so many Red Rangers.
It's the first time we met. Actually.
Yeah, I
remember.
And
supposedly he's briefing us on some nefarious activity that's taking place on the moon. And they're building something in the Sea of Tranquility. Now, I slow down when I say it because I have the same problem he has. I want to say Sea of Tranquility.
Sea of Tranquility.
And he kept coming out. He kept coming out. It was great. And he'd say, and there they are, yes, in the Sea of Tranquility. And all of us are sitting around the table trying to...
Same thing with museum. Museum?
Like
museum in Dino Thunder. I'll probably say museum.
So,
I don't know.
So I turned to the guys next to me. I go, did he say Sea of Tranquility?
Yeah, I knew what I said, but I tried to play that off like
and you didn't hear this. You didn't hear this. But I actually they asked me to leave set because I kept making the guys laugh. I go, I thought I saw a putty cat. And they made me leave. That was the best time I had ever had on Power Rangers. We laughed our butts off.
Yeah, we did. It was fun. Thanks, great, man. Thanks for making fun of me. That whole time, I'm like, these guys are really nice. And you, look at a putty cat. You need to leave. Dan must need to go to the restroom or something. That's weird. Escorting them off set. That's really weird.
Hey, I gotta ask you, because you've worked with more new casts than I did. Was it because anytime we get rid of all the Rangers, you got all the new guys coming in. Okay, how was it working with new casts? Was it like odd? Was it like being like the old man at high school? Or was it like, let me show you, kid, what's going on?
No, yeah, the whole Dino Thunder, I may be old, but I can still pull this off. I'm like, dude, why do I gotta say that? I may be old, but I can still pull this off. It was Morphin' time. I wish it didn't morph. I'd be like, oh, shoot, maybe I am old. But, dude, you gotta give them the helmet guys, they know what to do now. But, obviously first season, they're like, in helmet, all right, guys, let's do this. It's like, you got to be bigger. And they're like, all right, guys, it's like, no. All right, guys, let's do it. Yeah, got to be real animated. But that was something I learned from Paulie and these guys, because my whole thing with theater, and correct me if I'm wrong, but theater, you have to be broader and bigger, and so the audience can see. I didn't really understand that, I thought, but the theater is different. So it's almost like Power Rangers in theater. But when I went back to Dino Thunder, I had to do a 2-week stunt course. They made me do it like 2 weeks. New Zealand? Were they really? Yes. Like, I was just like, come on, guys, really? I got to wake up early.
Union thing?
Yeah. It was a Koichi Sakamoto thing, It was like, all right, we need to practice. We need to practice. And all the other guys, couldn't do this stuff. And I was like, pulling back. I mean, it was fun, but it was like 2 weeks I didn't really, I was like, oh, got to do it again. And then my rib, when I did a spinning hook kick in Dino Thunder, I popped the rib out. So, when ribs, baby back ribs, the McDonald's McRib sandwiches.
McRib sandwich.
Yeah, it's a very special thing. But my rib was hurting, and it was like, so when I'm like, ah! And that's what I tell my kids. You key-eye, you play it off. You break a board, instead of going, you just be like, yeah! You know what I mean? You play it off, you still look cool. That's the thing. Just like when you play getting tattoos off, you gotta be cool. I tell you, a lot of people come in there all the time, and I'm like, getting my ribs tatted, and I'm like thinking, so Rick, hey man, what's up, man? that hurt? No. Go in the back bathroom. I did that one time doing a demo. You remember all you guys came to my karate school?
Yeah, I remember that.
I had a Red Dragon karate, and I told we had the whole entire cast there. Amy, a bunch of people. And
Amy, that's it. That's the only one.
No, I'm just saying. I just thought at that time, my ex-wife, I gave her Jacob to hold Amy, and she's like, "Get your hands off my baby." And
it was like,
but we had the whole cast there at Red Dragon, and I did a demo before they came, and I decided to take a brick And when you break things, it doesn't matter what you break with. It's just, oh, cool. Well, I decided to kick with my instep of my foot. And so I went, bam! Yeah! We're not supposed to do anything. And then I went back in the room and I was like, and even skydiving, when you do demos, I did a pro jump in skydiving. They said, okay, look, if you hit or go down or break a leg or your parachute don't open and you can still walk, you just do this. And then we'll carry you off and you continue waving, because then people won't sign up. You see, my brother would do crazy demos and be like, bah! Blood would, yeah! It's like, nobody wants to sign up. Right. Everyone's like, damn, that's crazy, that's hard. So you got to play it off. Even if you're hurt, you got to be like, thanks for coming. Thank you. And my brother used to hold apples in his mouth, and I would take nunchucks. And then, people are like, ooh, and then I'd be blindfolded. Whack! A couple times missed, but my brother was tough like that.
Oh
and
my God.
He couldn't sue me, you know what I mean? So I just was swinging for wham! Well, get it? Be like, yeah!
If you got hurt when you were doing the show, you were tough luck, man. You still got to catch. There was no days off.
No, Tweed got carried. Did she not get carried around for the first season?
Yeah, Tweed definitely got carried around. We were making fun of it.
Yeah, but she was funny, though. Every time Tweed would come, cast members would carry, or the crew would carry her. She'd be like, oh, thank you guys, I hurt my knee. It was funny.
Yeah, well, because she busted her. We were doing at Universal Amphitheater. We were doing this Dare event, and when the Power Rangers all came on and they all flipped or whatever, and Tui flipped, and when she flipped, they shot off the fireworks. And so she didn't quite see, and she wasn't a gymnast to begin with. She learned it. I mean, AJ was a gymnast. David Yost was. Obviously, he could do his own stunts. Tui wasn't so great at it. She landed funny. She busted her leg, her foot. And so they carried her around for months. David Yost, I don't know if you remember this. David Yost busted his nose the first season. Someone busted his nose.
That wasn't me, all right? So don't listen to the stories.
But yeah, he ended up having to get he had to get it fixed. And
I do remember.
Remember that? And it was like, I have an injury. And it was like, well, that's too bad. You should not have gotten the injury. Get back to work.
That's how I had it covered.
That is Jonathan Zakor.
That's a very good impersonation.
No, Jonathan is a little bit more cool. I think it's more like this, Jonathan Zakor.
That's right.
So Power Rangers has been around for a long time because I think the kids love this.
I used to sit in this guy's office and listen to him talk because he talks.
That's how he talks. It's funny. Yeah, when you get injured, you got to shoot. When you're sick, you have to shoot.
You got to shoot.
Fighting, I always was concerned. I was sick before that 2006 fight, and you have to fight. Mike Tyson fought in the jungles, and he had gonorrhea or something. It was like in the jungles. No, I'm not lying. It wasn't a boxing ring. It was like somewhere far. Go look it up. He was sick, and he still won. High fever. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we got the day off if we got gonorrhea, so that's.
Well, not really.
Yeah, at least got that. We got the afternoon.
It goes with Green Ranger.
That's with the Green Ranger. Okay, next question is
Gonorrhea Ranger.
It's true though. Mike Tyson. Go Google it if you don't believe me. Google it right now. Mike Tyson gonorrhea.
Like an Olympic boxer.
Nah, this is when he had his pro career.
Oh.
I know this is for your entertainment, but you're entertaining the hell out of us. So.
Thank you.
That people don't take me seriously because I was a Power Ranger. I put it right back in their face. I enjoyed working on that show. It was an honor to be on a show that's become an iconic show around the world, and I did damn good work on that show. I'm proud of it, and I got no problems with it, and it hasn't affected me in my career because of that. I do have a funny story though. When I was working on the show, I thought, I'll get a publicist and I'll try to do this thing, and I went to this event where there's a bunch of these soap opera stars, and they're like, Power Ranger, what is the Power Ranger? Power Ranger, who's that? And I'm sitting there going, are you kidding me? I jumped over a fireball today. Yeah. What do you guys do? Joey says this.
Hollywood in general really, to answer real quickly, just personally, not as much because I can rock my trochaic hexameter like it's iambic pentameter, but so it didn't hurt me in my Shakespeare.
Tranquility.
Tranquility.
I can't say that.
But in Hollywood they hated us. I mean, I feel like they intentionally hated us because we were making them all look bad. We were not union.
That's what was going on.
And that's what was going on. We were not union, and so they all pretended like they had never seen the show before. But yet they were all showing up on the set. Hey, you give my give my kid an autograph. Hey, they all show up at the premiere. Hey, my kid loves the show. Love your show. Great. Never hear from them again. So
now, I should say these guys went through the fire first. By the time I came on the show, all that stuff had been worked out, and they had to comply with the union eventually.
Well, that's right.
These guys had it tougher in that sense. They made more money than I did, Yeah, they're tougher.
Yeah, as far as the fighting, I always say it's a lose-lose, right? You fight me, and you beat up the Green Ranger. It's terrible, dude. It's terrible. You beat up the Green Ranger. And if you get beat up, that's terrible, dude. You got beat up by the Green Ranger. For me, it's
like
a win-win.
fighting the Easter Bunny.
It's like, seriously, dude? You beat the Green... That's terrible, dude. All the little kids will hate you, and everyone else will hate you, dude. But then you got beat up. What? That's terrible, dude. The Ranger, that's the way it is.